Ants. What do you think about ants?
Right? But now,
Right?
ants is like one consciousness, man.
Yeah.
Like everything's an extension. So, if you kill an ant, to me, it's kind of like, you just like, you flicked it on the finger or something like that, Like they felt it, but it's just one thriving organism almost.
Right.
Remember that book, Ender's Game, which probably the greatest book I've ever read in my entire life. Found it just sitting on the shelf.
That's the next topic.
Ender's Game I couldn't put down the book.
Yeah.
It was the most exciting, unbelievable read I've ever read in my entire. It's sci-fi, a little sci-fi story, but about an alien species that were like ants that just extension.
There's something we have to say that's important. They made a film on Ender's Game. Don't see the film. They fucked it up.
I never saw it.
Oh, it's just a disaster. Like, if you read this book, I think we both read it in like one night.
You had read it before, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What is this? This looks dumb." And you're like, "That is an fucking incredible book." And I was like, "Yeah, right."
Dude.
Oh my God.
I got that. I got to send out a shout out to my buddy Don Wagnon. He's in Colorado right now. That dude, man, he's like, you got to read this book. It's like the greatest book I've ever read. And I was like, this little kitty book? Come on, get out of my face. And it sucks you.
Fucking incredible book.
Sucks you. It's like just grabs you by the balls and down you go. It's so good. But, as far as ants go, did you know that like one anthill has about the same like synapses or the same like brain power as one human brain? Like, that's pretty impressive.
Doesn't
right?
it make sense though?
Totally
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if you told me that, I'd be like, that's fucking incredible, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we should look at it as like one organism. You know?
That was the theme in Ender's Game, is that the humans in this alien species couldn't figure out how to communicate because they weren't individuals. They were just one thinking consciousness.
Right. The hive mind.
The hive mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. There's a lot more creatures that are like that than we realize.
Well, what do you Chinese more like the hive mind?
Certainly more communicative.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the closest I can think of to
like
a human.
community is very, very deep in China, way deeper than the United States is all about the individual.
Like, to me, that's the ultimate difference between the East and the West. Individual mindset and community mindset,
Yeah, but right. I mean, everybody knows that.
They say it's because of the rice culture in China.
Yeah.
Like, rice is very intensive to make. Like, you have to flood the fields, and there can be aquaponics involved and all this sort of stuff. And it was just thousands of years of villages having to work together to get the rice done, Like,
Ancient people, man.
ancient people.
Do you have any other thoughts on ants?
Not really, no. I mean, they're cool. They scare me. I don't like ants, actually.
I always wondered what they did during the rain. I guess they just buried down there.
Well, you see, we think of the ant hill, but they go way down. It's not just the hill. Like, it goes into the earth and stuff, But I don't know. I've never really thought about what they do during the rain. But they're all over the jungle, so clearly they know what they're doing.